card name?
Yeah, yes, tell me there.
What was that card name? The issuing card name,
What's
which
that?
is authorized to survey the land. The private party who can also survey the land. Like they were used to work for bank and other parties.
Yes, sir. They are like municipal contractors or municipal surveyors.
Oh, okay.
Maybe for a municipality or a corporation, you have to go to the respective municipality or the corporation office, register with them that you are a surveyor or a contractor. So
Oh,
then
oh.
they'll give you a certificate based on your financial eligibility, like what is the maximum extent you can do survey. Like
Mm-hmm.
grade A, B, C, D, E, they'll have subdivisions.
Mm-hmm.
So based on that infrastructure you have and the financials you can support, they'll give you grade wise. So only you'll be able to survey or work on that particular extent. For example, if you're grade C, that maximum will be like some 10 acres or 15 acres. For the
Mm-hmm.
grade A, you will not have any limits. But
Mm-hmm.
you have to have very much infrastructure available with you to take up that much big project. You cannot tell them I have an MOU or something with a company for infrastructure or like that.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's based on the financial thing which I have, or else the project which.
Financial and your infrastructure.
Oh, okay.
Mostly the infrastructure will matter because if you're having more infrastructure, it will automatically tell that you're having more financials. Because if one is able to afford this much infrastructure, they will automatically know what is the investment that you have made and what is the returns you'll be getting. So
No.
primarily will be about the infrastructure only, like how many drones you have, how many equipments you have, how many team members you have, like that.
Oh,
If it
okay.
is one man, then they'll ask about like what is the number of equipment you have and all those things.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just like government, this contract construction work is floating, right? Just like
Mm-hmm.
that, you can apply for surveyor also in the local municipality, corporation, whatever it is.
Okay. So, for example, for a district, how many a register office would be there? It's
Well,
like.
actually, not like see, for example, that is based on the city area there.
Okay.
For approximately, it will be like for 25 to 50 square kilometer, then minimum 20 square kilometer, one register office will be available. If a
Oh,
city is having like 200 square kilometer of area, minimum 5 to 6 register office will be available.
okay. Okay.
So it is on that basis only.
Okay.
That is on how many zones they have split it. Mostly in Tamil Nadu, they'll have 5 to 6 because they'll split it into 4 zones only: North Zone, South Zone, East, West, and Central Zone.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, these will only be the 5 zones which they are segregating any district. So
Okay.
minimum or at max you'll have 5 to 6.
Six register offices. Okay.
Yeah, maximum.
Okay. So then for
But
Chennai, there will be one register office only, is it?
no,
In
for
that case?
Chennai Corporation, there are almost 7 register offices in Chennai district alone. And since Chennai district also comprises some portions of Kanchipuram and Tambaram is actually different district. So it will
Mm-hmm.
be like that. As far as Chennai boundary is concerned, what and all is in corporation limit. Under Chennai Corporation, it will be segregated on that. If you take Madurai or Tirunelveli, that is around 200 square kilometer overall. Like
Mm-hmm.
Tirunelveli is 189 square kilometer in overall area. There you have 5 to 4 register offices. Because population density is less, whereas if you go for Madurai, you have 5 register offices. That too, 3 register offices in same location.
Oh, oh,
So there are some possibilities like this also. Zone wise, they'll do registration in a single
okay.
register office. That is also
Okay.
possible.
Okay.
So
For
you
this,
have to check.
on surveying this type of thing, we just need to get the expertise in RGS or QGS, correct?
Yeah,
More than
RGS
that.
maybe, then you have to do basic. You have to know basics of surveying. Like not just about GIS survey, about any survey. Like tape, chain, whatever it is. You have to
Mhm.
know the basic history of it or how it is done at least.
Oh, okay. That can be taught by the surveyor who is already in the field, or
Yeah, you
uh,
can learn from them also, or there is one course specifically designed by Tamil Nadu state government which is running at Tanjavur National University. There is
Okay.
Tanjavur Tamil University, right? So there is a course run by Tamil Nadu state government for surveyor alone. That
Okay.
will only see detailedly about basic chain survey to till now what is the modern survey, whatever it is, it will check that portion alone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So is
can
it?
check that also. So that will
Uh,
be like a postgraduate diploma or something in survey.
oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
not like a crash course or something. It
No, no,
is like
the duration is only 3 to 6 months, sir, but it will be like a diploma.
okay.
The degree will be valid to a diploma, but the course will be entirely for maximum of 3 to 6 months only. That will not everyday class, weekend classes like that only. But the
Mm-hmm.
degree which is provided is from the Tamil Nadu State University, so that now it will be like a diploma or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And flying, while flying this type of area, do we need to log a logbook on our thing, like
If
pilot
you
log?
have an RPC, if you have an RPC, it is mandatory to log it. If you don't have an RPC, you can just have a log list alone. Like for client approval and other things, you'll have a flight list, right? So checklist and log list. So that
Mm.
alone you can have it as a backend record. That's all.
We need a observer, correct? So
Yeah,
we
it
need
will have to.
to put that if we
You,
have.
it is, if you are doing for private property, the observer should be the client
Okay,
himself.
okay.
Yeah, if that is for a government property, you have to get it from the local joint engineer, assistant engineer, whomever it is, or whomever you are coordinating with.
Hmm. If in case it is a
They'll easily provide you signatures.
okay, if it is a private property, then the charge is based upon the client wish, correct? Because through as per the rule or they have to pay for the government for surveying their land. But based on the priority, they wanted to push.
So it is not like that. There are two options in which they can get it surveyed from the government also, or after registration there should be one surveyor who should validate the measurements. So instead
Okay,
of that, you can give them a report, and that surveyor will just check your report and approve it. And he'll take measurements from your report. So
okay.
it is
After
like they can have it for their own use also, and they can submit it for the government, and government will approve it without manual inspection or field inspection.
hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
Mm. So in this class, we will see about how to prepare an output report or a DPR, which is said to be a detailed project report. So there are main two differences in it, which is the DPR is done before the project is executed. Like that will be the proposal report what we are giving the government or the client, that this will be the work procedure we'll follow. This will be the number of time or what this will be the duration, and based on this, this will be the costing and everything.
DPR, is it?
Yeah, detailed project report.
Okay.
Okay, that is done only before executing the job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is like we are giving them a heads up, like this will all be the procedures we are doing. This will be what the time duration, everything. And your output report is that one which you are delivering after the project is completed as per the client scope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, initially, like the procedure will be like you will go for field inspection, you will prepare a DPR, submit it to the agency, they will approve it, you will start the work, you will complete it, you will give them an output report. So this will be the procedure. So you have to provide them with two reports,
Mm-hmm.
whether being a government agency or a private agency.
Yeah.
But as far the report is concerned, there will only be one small difference between a DPR and the output report.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so front page you will have the project name, number. Sometimes you will have the agency logos, and if it is a government project, you will have the project number or the proposal number. Because in government they will provide unique number for DPR also. Because they will
Mm-hmm.
want to have a track of how many proposals we have got and what is the proposal number we are approving.
Mm-hmm.
If that is a MNC company, again you will have a DPR number for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
So in that you need to keep your company logo. You have to have your client logo. You have to have your company address detail, contact details, and everything. You have to have your client contact detail, his address or anything. So these are all mandatory in the front page actually. Your logo should be legible, his logo should be legible, and your communication address and contact details should be there. their communication and address and contact details should be there in the front page. And only
Mhm.
after that, you should provide them with the project number or project name, whatever you are giving, you have to provide them with that. And the next one is the introduction of the project. If that is a drone survey, you have to provide them a basic introduction that this will be the drone survey as per proposal of the client on these areas, on this much area of land which is provided by the client scope, and we will be conducting it, and this will be the maximum duration of time that we will be taking. That's the DPR. And if that is the output report, yeah, everything should be in past tense that this is the area provided by the client and we have executed on the following dates. The exact date you should mention. And this is the exact total extent of area. You have to mention everything accurately as per your output report. And if you have any other, like we are adding some photogrammetry work to it, some designing work also, you have to provide them with a detailed explanation on what software you're doing and what will be the estimated time or what is the time that you have taken to complete that designing or project work. Whatever it is that you have to mention them accurately. On hour basis also, it is required to specify them. For example, if that is a design, you will give them in the DPI, like estimated, we need like 15 hours for detailing work. And when you are giving delivery, it may take up to 14 hours also, up to 16 hours also. So you will tell them, as per the requirement of the client, we have done the so and so work on a period of 14 hours. And if date is there, it is better we can provide them with a date also.
Deliverables means this project detailed.
The final output report.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there is a scope of project. So this should be as per the client requirement, what they are giving. So this scope of work, you should get a letter from the client stating
Mm.
what is the deliverables, and that should be pasted there without a word changing. Because as far technical is concerned, it is from word to word what you have to deliver. So
Mhm.
you cannot change it. You cannot tell them there what is was there. We put it into was. So that is not possible there because as per
Mm.
legal terms, every scope of work and every order, each and every word should be satisfied as per client scope. If you are changing a word, that means you are not satisfied with the client scope, and they are eligible to cancel the entire project, even in
Oh,
government sectors also. Okay, so the scope of work, you should get a letter from the client or a mail from the client stating what is the exact scope of work, and you
mm.
have to copy paste the same and also attach a proof, which is maybe a letter or maybe the mail sent by the client, and highlight both what you have given and what they have provided.
Mm.
And legally, these two should mean the same meaning, and you should not be able to change any terms, words, whatever it is. And the next one will be the list of deliverables. So initially, as per the client scope, if you have to take it from the client scope itself. So they'll give what is the scope and what and all they need as an output. If they are specifying that these are all the output and these formats we want, you have to mention that also. This will be the list of deliverables, and you have to provide them with a time span. Like this will be provided once the project is started. This much time we need, for example. Once the approval is provided, we'll put it as we need 3 days for mobilizing the field team, after which we need 10 days of field work. Then again, we need 15 days for backend production. At last, the data will be delivered on a period of 30 working days.
Mm.
And there should be a term legally informed that this working days. Because if it is binded only by 30 days, you have 15 days of leave, then at the end of the day, you have to provide the data, or else you will be voiding the contract or agreement. So this
Mm.
technical term called the working day should be mentioned. Because only you'll be able to make sure your company is delivering as per your working day, not as per the client working day. Because you'll be working for any client and they might have a different working calendar and you will have a different working calendar. So this word is must wherever you are providing an agreement or a contract that will be delivered on working days as per your company, not as per the client company. For example, you don't have leave for Christmas, whereas your client will not have leave for Christmas, and you will have leave for Christmas and New Year for 5 days. Then at the end of the day, he'll tell, I have released work order as per my date, and my company is having these many working days, and 30 working days is over from my company side, so I want the delivery now. But you will be only working on 20 days or 22 days. So it is that you have to make it very clear on the DPR, whatever you are preparing with this. Because this DPR will also be signed before the agreement, that both are agreeing all the terms. and the time span, whatever it is provided in the DPR. Okay, next one is the area of interest map. So this is where everything comes into play. This is where your mapping and other things starts. So your area of interest should come on a particular order, which is you have to mention the country, whatever country it might be, not only India, any country it is, you have to put that country map and you have to highlight that state alone initially. State or provinces, whatever as per the company, what as per the country. So next you have to provide them with a state or province map with highlighting your district, taluk, panchayat, or if that is outside of India, it might be like some zone or block. So that you have to highlight and show. After that, only you should be able to show your exact area where you will be flying. That should be marked with a KML or with a drawing tool or anything, but that should be highlighted from the rest of the area. So, for example, I will show you one thing. See, here I have given a country, the state, district, and out of that district, I have selected the taluk. And everything should be geo-reference, like at least you will have this gridding format to be provided. Okay, and your north orientation should be there. Your scale is not mandatory. If it is there, better. If not, it's okay. And your legend should be there. That is, this is this taluk or this village from this district, this state. So this will be your standard format. You will have the country, district, I mean state, district, panchayat, taluk. And if you are going less area than taluk also, you have to provide the village map and village. If you are doing for one FMB or two FMB, you have to highlight and show that FMB alone. So it will be like that only. So after this area of interest is done, so this will be common in your DPR as well as your output report. Now this is where you have to change your details from output to your DPR. So this all will have only theory part if it is a DPR, and it will also earn if it is an output part, you will add a photo proof to it. So step one will be the field inspection. Like while preparing DPR also and while executing the work also, you have to have a field visit, or it might be on the same day as the field execution also. That is possible. Whereas for DPR, you'll go one day, check the field, check for your flight zones and all, check what is the boundary there and whatever it is. You have to, what is the road accessibility, how can you mobilize your team, and everything you have to plan. So on that day, you need a photo proof. That on this date, we have did the field inspection. We have visited the site on so and so thing. Then we have checked out. So what and all list you have checked parameters or list like your road accessibility, transportation facility. If that is a you're deploying more team, you need proper transportation facility, food accommodation. So that also you have to check while having a field visit. So that all should be noted in the DPR report.
Mm.
And if it is an output report, it will be in past tense like that on this day you went to the field for executing the work and this is facilities that were provided to you or you have accessed for these type of jobs. So second one will be a field DGPS mapping or survey, which is like if it is a very big area of survey, you will have your DGPS marking. If that is a DPR report, you will give them in detailed theory like what is a DGPS marking and what is the equipment that you will be using and what is the accuracy of the point, what is the spec of the machine you will be using and everything you have to provide. If that is an output report, in all these things added, you have to add one more line that so what is the number of points you have taken? Like for example, on acquiring this much area, we have taken these many GCP pointings, or we have taken these many survey points or GCP points, and these are all the points. You have to attach every point. Like it might be 1,000 point, 2,000 point, 1 point also you have to attach. This is the coordinate. This is the latitude, longitude, and altitude as per the GCP point, and one ground photo, which is you have to taken from a phone and you have to attach this is the marking down on the ground surface. So that should be attached. And the next one will be your flight planning. which is, after all doing all this work, you have to design a flight plan, which can be from Pix4D capture or drone deploy. You will create one flight plan with this much buffer, so that also you have to explain. So this is the proposed area, and this is the buffer, which is 15 meter, 20 meter, 100 meter, whatever you are taking. This is the total buffer area we have taken. So with buffer area, this will be the total area of flight. And once you are designing the flight plan, you will know the estimated time, number of images. So that should also be attached with the proper proof of screenshot. Like this is the total duration of flight. This is the total number of images. And this is the total distance traveled by the drone. And this will be the estimated time of executing the full flight. And if there is a number of more than one flight, you have to mention, like, since the time is this much, we will be having multiple flights. Like we have three flights, four flights with each carrying these many images, and you have to split it. Like this is the approximate estimated time per flight. This is the estimated number of images per flight. So altogether, this will be the total flight. And if you are doing it for more than one day, or if your flight plan will be planning for more than one day, you have to mention that it might take a period of 2 days or 5 days for acquiring this data. And in your output report, you have to provide a comparison also. After your flight planning, you will have to provide what sometimes your flight planning will be having more time, but as per the flight planning executed on field, you will have very less time only. Like your flight plan will show 22 minutes, whereas your field execution will only be 20 minutes. Whereas that you have to mention it is in the output report. As per the flight plan, the estimated time was 22 minutes, and we have executed the flight path, and the time duration taken during the flight will be some 20 minutes or whatever it is. That should be mentioned clearly, because that difference and everything you have to mention it, because they will be, if it is a government or a private company, they will be asking proof of what and all project you have executed, what is the step you have done, and everything they'll be asking for documentation.
Okay.
So you have to provide them with all these details. So next one will be estimated flight plan, that and all we have discussed now. After this we'll have pre-flight checklist and in-field checklist. So all these two things are almost same on the pre-flight checklist and the in-field checklist. In pre-flight checklist, you will check the drone equipment, everything while packing as per your drone log.
Okay.
Before packing, whatever it is there, that you have to check it in the office. Then in in-field checklist
So
also you have.
this thing for our reference, we no need to
Okay.
submit to the client. Pre checklist,
No, we
pre
have to
flight.
submit. No, we have
Okay.
to submit. So whatever client you're handling, they'll ask what is your drone log, send us your drone log, your checklist and everything. So this is all to be attached. Whatever I'm telling, everything should be justified from your side for verification if required also.
Hmm.
And you have to check for hardware calibration, compass calibration, whatever error is there, if there is any firmware update is there, whatever, that should be checked on the previous date in the office, and the drone pilot should sign it that he is undergone all the checking as per the company checklist, and it is good to go. And the
Hmm.
same person or a different person should execute the same checklist on the field and for hardware damages or anything, and he also should sign on the checklist. It will be like two checklists, and if there is any error reported or remark reported by one person who's packing and which is not reported by the person on field, then there you will have a series of violations there. So your client might have an inquiry also, and if your company feels also, they can have an inquiry holding to the drone pilot or the person with those two people who have signed on the copies.
Okay. So it should be verified and signed by the same person.
Yeah, if you are the
Okay.
person who is doing the pre-flight checklist on the previous day and you are the person on the field, if you have
Hmm.
felt any remark like you have written like this wings, which is your R1 ring wings is lightly cracked, then on the field also you have to provide that the R1 propeller is cracked, or else you have to write a remark that the propeller is replaced with a spare propeller due to the remark. So
Okay.
this paper
How
trail is very
often
much.
how often we should calibration thing? Uh,
Calibration is if you're going for an Indian drone, once you're traveling more than 200 kilometers from previous flight area or your
okay.
office location. So you
Okay.
have to better calibrate it. If that is a
But
DJI within the state, it is okay. If you're going out of state, you have to calibrate it.
mm,
And
okay.
that is
So
how it will be.
it depends upon the distance where you have calibrated earlier. not depends upon the flight which the drone has flight.
Yeah, yes, sir. It is like if it is an Indian drone, you have to check whether from your previous flight location, if this is more than 200 kilometer, even if it is not showing calibrate, it is better you calibrate. If it is a
Okay.
DJ, if you are going out of state, which is another 5 kilometer, 500 kilometer, you have to
Mm-hmm.
calibrate.
Okay. If I'm flying daily for a few minutes or more than 10 minutes, but within the same local area, within 50 kilometers, then calibration is not required.
Not required, yeah, definitely not required.
Okay.
That is why in agricultural drone, what they'll do is while starting a project, they'll calibrate. And once they are starting the new project in a very different phase only, they'll go for recalibration. Anything less than 50 to 100 kilometers, they'll not calibrate.
Mm.
So that is how it will be. So these remarks and everything, paper as per what and all you are providing should be there with them. And you have to have proper documentation also. In some companies, what they'll do is they'll prepare the documentation on field, and some companies they'll note it down. They'll come to office and prepare the documentation. But
Mm.
even if you are preparing it in office, also the date should be mentioned as per when the date you are in the field on the date when you are doing the pre-flight checklist. You should not
Mm.
put the current date and execute it. Then it will be a misunderstanding that after flying you have done the checklist before executing.
Mm.
So the date matters here, and the date should match if you are having an RPC. It should match with your drone log also. Date of flight. Okay, then you will have the flight execution as per the software, whatever you are using, Pix4D capture or drone deploy, whatever it is. You have to do it. Okay, and after that, there is one thing called post-flight checklist or post-flight execute list of checkings. That too as per drone log or your company checklist. After flying also, you have to check for hardware damage, software damage, whatever it is, and your data quality. And it is advised to you check all the images or data from the drone then and there in the field itself. So when you are checking it in the field itself, then if there is any issue or something, you have to refly it and take the proper data. Okay, so this should be properly maintained as per the document. And after that is what you are having drone log. So this log, which is which is requiring the client signature and all other things,
Mm.
that all should be properly filed with the date and document number. And if your company is executing project number, then you have to mention it with the project number. And if it is in some places, you will be advised to note your client number also. Like for example, if that is a corporate company, their project number, what or work order number also should be mentioned there. Like this is the work order number under which we are executing this. So that that company will have a proper documentation for each and every work orders. So that is also done at times. Okay. Now after this whole drone things is all done, now we'll start with our backend work, which is pre-processing, point cloud, whatever it is. So initially, if you are going for pre-processing, then it will be like we have to do the calibration, initial calibration or aerial triangulation or initial process. This term will be changing based on the software. So in that initial processing or pre-processing, you have to mention what software you're using. And if you're using a licensed edition, you have to provide them under this name, this license is purchased. And this is the validity of the license certificate also. Because if you're doing for LNT or Capgemini or MNCs, they'll be requiring a licensed edition also. So it will be like every company will have at least one license system, which certificate they will be attaching. That this is the license system under which your software is, your data has been processed.
Mm.
So that that company, if they're having any doubts also, they can directly verify the license is active or not. Because as per some company, they'll check every data should be from the license software. If it is from a crack edition, they are legally obliged to cancel the agreement or not take the data. Some companies have these policies. So in that
Okay.
cases, we have to
In government,
government, you don't need the certificate and all. Government, you can tell them we are providing with this software. That's all. They'll not
Oh.
check this at all. If that is a private, but to a very big international client only, if
Mm,
we are doing project for Spain, Brazil, and all, no, they'll ask this license certificate from us
mm,
because we are legally doing other countries' job and we are legally obligated to show all documentation as per the client requirement.
mm,
So, and if it is not provided or anything, they are legally able to cancel the contract at any time of time without a notice.
mm,
So, you have to have at least one license system for executing any job. So we'll be attaching the license details, software detail, everything. What is the spec you have, or what is the edition of the software you have. So all these things you will mention, and you will be mentioning the what is the aerial triangulation process that you are doing, and what is aerial triangulation basic definition also. And you have to note the time, that estimated time it will take, or the time it is taken just for running the initial process. For example, if I'm doing for 1 year, if my initial process time is 2 hours, then I have to note from this time to this time the initial process was executing, and this is the total time taken for executing the initial process. So it will be like that. And after that, we will go for point cloud. The same process, you have to explain what is a point cloud and what and all will be getting output from it and what is the time duration.
mm,
And if you are changing any parameters, like we have did multi-scaling effects and we have reduced the number of points, connections and all. So that if you are changing anything, in some places you are required to share them that also.
mm,
Like this is the scale proportion in which this is executed. So this took this much time for completing this point cloud formalities, this point
mm,
cloud process or whatever it is. And after which you will be checking out your DSM and DTM. So once your point cloud is there, the next generating thing will not be ortho, it will be DSM and DTM. So most people will confuse that once point cloud is there, we'll get ortho. No. Initially, the order will be like once a point cloud is generated, even if you want DSM or DTM, it will generate it. So that your ortho will be clear of ground errors. So
mm,
then your DSM and DTM will be generated. You have to note down all timings. If it is only for survey work and if you are doing it for ortho production alone, companies require these time because you'll be provided payment based on the time only. Only in some places, only in Indian projects, you'll be done payment based on the area. Whereas, the
mm,
abroad projects you're taking, they'll be paying you based on the time of productions only.
mm,
And they'll be telling, I need these many systems with this spec so that no, it will take this much time for production. And based on that, they will finalize the pricing. It will not like you are putting it on one system, it will take 500 hours, then they'll pay you for 500. No, it is not like that. They'll have a terms and condition that you have to deploy 20 systems with these many specifications so that they'll know what will be the estimated time of production.
oh,
And then they'll tell, okay, with this all spec, my data will take this much time for production. So based on that, I'll pay you this much rupees. And it is up to you to deploy 40 systems also or 50 systems also. They'll have a minimum eligibility criteria that you have to deploy this many systems. This is the specification. And
mm,
sometimes you're guided to give them the infrastructure report also from a approved technician or someone that this is the system infrastructure you have, or any legal person can attest it and you have to submit it so that it will be legally valid. That this will be the infrastructure you have and this is the client requirement and you are more than satisfied on the client requirement. So this is all there. Mostly company wise, if you are going for corporate and all, it will be like you have to have do more of paperwork only. The more work you.
Sarna, I think you have out of this meeting. Sarna, you there? You're on mute. Hello. Sarna, we are not hearing you.
Hello?
Yes, Sarna.
Hello.
Just we
Yeah, at
got you.
what time? Yeah, at what time did I just logged off? Because I didn't. No, at what time I went off? Till what topic did I cover before going out?
Uh, trend, this point cloud, DT, DSM and DTSM. DSM and DT.
Oh, here itself I went out because now only I checked like it showed me notification. That is right. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm screen sharing from my system and using the mic from the phone.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that might have logged out from the phone. Sorry. So like
Okay.
once a DSM and DTM, you have to, if the requirement for contour will be there in some places, and if that is there, you have to deliver them with the proper whatever interval they are telling. If it is a DPR, like you will
So
have
if
to,
if
yeah.
the client needs ortho image, we cannot
Hmm.
skip DSM and DTM step to get the
Yeah,
ortho image
we
position.
can, while given delivery or while exporting the data, we can cancel the export of DSM and DTM.
Mm-hmm.
But the export is there is one option called save image, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that portion we can skip so that no your output format time, that one step will be reduced so that you will have some half an hour or 1 hour additional time boosting time. That's all. But you
So
can't
ortho
skip the DSM and
images,
DTM.
it's a 3D image, right?
No, it
Nothing
is a 2D image.
2D.
Anything
Okay.
2D or 3D, whatever it is processed with the help of multiple images. Like ortho is basically defined as stitching up of multiple images to
Mm-hmm.
get one output. It might be 3D or 2D, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So based on that, you'll be having, and if it is a DPR report, you will provide them what is the detailed explanation of what is DSM, DTM, and all other things. If it is the output format, then you will be provided them that this is DSM, this is DTM, and this is the time duration taken to obtain this product with this system and all other things. You have to mention them. So it will be like that. After DSM and DTM, you will be providing them with the ortho. If it is a DPR
Okay.
report, you will provide them what is the basic definition of ortho and their area of interest and what it will be the area where you will be providing the ortho. Like for example, if it is 100 square kilometer, 50 square kilometer, whatever it is. Whereas if it
Mm.
is an output report, you have to provide them what is the total area incurred by the area, I mean like for ortho, and what will be the pixel value. We have checked like for 1 centimeter, 1 pixel, 2 centimeter, 1 pixel. So that value also you have to provide them because as per government project, they will provide you with a pixel value. 1 pixel should be this much centimeter. If it is a private project also, they will provide you with the pixel values. So this pixel value is entirely based on the quality of the ortho. So you have to mention that this ortho is provided under this much quality or this much pixel values that you have to provide them. And you have to neatly crop the area of interest and give them the data as per what the client is requiring. So till here only your drone work will be completed. And after this is where you'll have photogrammetry, feature extraction or the mapping work. So for that you have to provide them what is the basic software you're using. It may be AutoCAD, MicroStation or ArcGIS or QGIS. And if you are having a licensed edition or if they are require you are required to give them the licensed edition, you have to provide them with the license details. And you have to provide them the number of personnel you are deploying. So it is a DPR and output whatever it is, and what will be the estimated time to complete this area. And what will be the, for example, if it is RJS, what will be the total list of attributes? If it is an AutoCAD, what will be the list of layers? Yeah,
Feature
so
extraction is the same thing, or it's a
yeah,
different.
it is digitalizing. So mapping is different, feature extraction is different. Digitalizing and feature extraction is all same. That is, feature extraction is a technical term for digitalizing. Okay, mapping is you'll have more data and attributes to it. Same with AutoCAD, you can have photogrammetry, whatever it is. Okay, so that you have to mention what software you're using, what is the manpower you're using, what will the infrastructure you'll be using, and what will be the estimated time. If it is an output report, you have to provide them the actual timing, what and all it is, and if you are getting any feedback, corrections in between also, you have to mention it. As per the feedback, if they are putting it through mail, you have to attach the mail copy that as per the feedback instructed by your team on the so and so date, we are executing this correction or this feedback and we have submitted it on the so and so date. That you have to mention everything with proof. Because only your paperwork will help you with the legal formalities.
Mm.
Like there will be some cases where after completing the project, the entire project might get cancelled because we have gone through those problems. So it is better
Oh.
you have paperwork for each and every step that you are doing. So only then
Uh, why
you
that
can have
is being cancelled? Is there
it
any
might
error on the paperwork?
no, it will be not on the output wise. Like might be to the government project. If they are
Mm,
cancelling the project after the work is executed, then there might be some issue with their financial area. Like they might
okay.
have not been allocated the funds for it, and there might be some improper issues with that. Now, with the project might have floated, or the project will be completed. But while
Mm,
checking for the payment, they will know that there will be some issues or corrections, so they'll cancel the projects. And if it is from the client side, whom they are delivering, because our client will be a government or a private agency. If that is a private agency, sometimes, based on priority list also, due to some financial problem, they will cancel some projects which is not mandatory or immediately required.
mm,
So that will also be there. So in that case, only your paperwork and mail communication, whatever it is, will be your only hope. So if you're having it
mm,
one way or the other, you can at least legally fight for it and get the payment. It may
okay.
take some time, but at least you'll have the payment.
Mm,
If not, then it will be like the waste of money, time investment, whatever you are doing only.
mm,
So every mail, feedback, communication with proper date and everything should be mentioned. If they are doing any feedbacks or updations or whatever it is. And once if your client is approved your quality, they also get a proper mail from them within 24 hours. You have to attach the same mail that
mm,
this quality has been approved from your technical team, so we are eligible for bill.
mm,
So those things you have to update. And if we are doing any designing work alone, we have to explain it because most projects will not have designing work because companies or the government or a private agency what they'll do, they'll not give designing to the same company because it will take longer time. So
mm,
it'll be like marked with you'll have to provide 30% or output every month. So
okay.
in 3 or 4 months, you will complete the entire project. And once you are
Mm,
providing the 30% output, they'll put another one vendor to start with the 30% for designing.
mm,
So mostly within your completion, 1 or 2 months, the other designing work also might be completed. If it is a
okay.
very big company, they'll give you both. If it is a small company, they'll split it into multiple parts so that they can get the output fast.
Mm,
So it will be like that only. If that is the case, you have to detailedly do everything and mention everything. Okay.
mm,
So after that, we have to know, give them a output and deliverables list, like what are all the deliverables provided from client and what and all you are delivering, and that too, what in what format. For example, if you are giving ortho image, you are providing it in TIFF or ECW or PRG or whatever it is, you have to mention it. So each and every output should be mentioned with the file format. This is the output asked, this is the output delivered, and this is the file format we'll be providing. And you have to provide them with two lists, which is hard copy and soft copy list. In hard
mm,
copy, you have to tell them it will be like the annexure. Annexure 1, this will be the hard copy. Annexure 2, this will be the hard copy. Annexure 3. So that you have to attach from the last of the project report. Like this is, for example, you'll put annexure 1, page number this will be the output. Page number 2, this will be the output. So when the companies require that whatever output you are providing in soft copy, it is mandatory to at least have a A3 or A2 size hard copy. For example, ortho DSM. So that you have to provide them. And in hard copy, I mean in soft copy, you have to provide them with the specification of the thing you are giving, which is a hard disk, a pen drive, or CD. Like you have to provide them
mm,
what is the brand, what is the serial number of the hard disk, because there are possibilities for your data crashing after delivery. Like your hard
mm,
disk will get crashed in 1 or 2 years, and again they will not contact you for replacement or anything.
okay.
Because most as per most companies work order, you will delete all data after delivery.
Okay.
So what they'll ask with the hard disk billing or serial number details, so that they will contact the respected company.
Mm,
They'll claim for data output deliverables. So there is a recovery option from every company to recover the data when the hard disk is crashed. So that
uh, it,
data they'll
okay.
take.
So you're they will be asking on which hard drive you have stored, which means you need
No,
to give
no, it will
your.
be like, for example, no, it will be not like that. I'll purchase one new external hard drive like SanDisk or Seagate brand. I'll give
Mm,
them the serial number of the hard disk, and
mm,
in soft copy, I'll be giving, okay, the ortho image. I'll give them what is the folder name it is, and in what
mm,
name that file is stored, and what is the file format it is stored.
mm.
So these four things I'll give them, which is
You will
one,
entirely submit the hard drive to them
yeah,
as a physical. Okay.
yes, 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 yes. If it is a very small data, we'll put it in pen drive.
Okay.
Up to like 128 GB or 200 GB, we'll put it in a pen drive. Mostly
Mm,
they'll ask for flash drives rather than pen drives. There's a very big difference between flash drive and a pen drive, actually. There is,
mm,
their flash drives is more costlier as compared to pen drive because, the corrupted rate of data issue rate will be very, very, very less in flash drive. Once the data
mm,
is acquired in flash drive, you cannot like corrupt it, or there will not be any issue with the flash drive even after so many years. Whereas
mm,
if it is a pen drive, you are using it with multiple systems for 2 to 3 years. You are putting like 100 system, using it daily on all 100 system, removing it there, removing here. Then at one
mm.
point, your data will be corrupted in your pen drive.
Okay.
So it is better when you are giving a flash drive, you have to, like when you are giving an output, you have to provide it in a flash drive if you are able to do it. Not like
Oh,
mandatory if you are able to do it.
oh,
Or if it
okay.
is a hard disk, no problem. I'll give them the serial number. So they'll register that serial number under their company name. I'll buy it, but
Mm,
registration they'll do it under their company name. So that once there
mm,
is a warranty issue, they will directly contact the company, send the hard disk, get the recovery data.
mhm. So it
Okay,
is
with it.
not, it's your, uh,
It will not come under our
un-
scope.
okay, okay.
Mostly after delivery, if it is any problem arise within 2 or 3 months, we are responsible. We have to support
It,
them, not responsible. We have to support them with the process.
so you
If
have to
any,
be cautious on choosing the brand
yeah,
and not,
mostly
okay,
we'll deliver them with Seagate only.
okay.
Because in Seagate, your warranty claim is easy as compared to other brands. Like you
Oh,
will put your courier within 60 days, you will get your maximum within 60 days, you will have your recovery data. If it is a
mm,
Seagate. In other
mm,
brands, it may take up to 90 to 100 days also.
okay.
So based on the time only, because they can maximum more than 60 days if it is there, then at least mostly the half work will be completed within 60 days. So they can't rely on the data.
The
At the end of the day,
purchasing mode, the purchasing mode would be an online for you or,
it might be
for
online
you.
or offline, whatever we prefer.
Okay.
So it is
But the
up to our
service will
convenience.
be the same, service will be the same even though
Yeah,
if you're purchasing
sir,
it online.
warranty format is all same. Whatever brand you purchase, warranty will be the
Mm,
same. You have to go
mm,
to the online website, apply for
mm.
warranty, they'll claim and give you. That's all.
Okay, okay,
So this is same wherever you go. So
okay.
the warranty claiming procedure will not get changed. Okay, it will be
Mm,
like whatever or wherever in shop you are purchasing also, you'll give it to the shop. That person will make the courier. That's all.
mm,
It is at the end of the day, like you are making the courier or the person from the shop whom you purchase is making the courier. That's all.
mm,
So we can directly go for online purchases itself. Sometimes, we'll buy in bulk also, like for 10 orders, 5 orders, based
mm,
on offers or anything. If we feel it, like we'll buy it then. So that once if we have multiple projects, we can use it there also.
mm.
So it will be like that only. We'll use multiple, like if there is a Christmas offer and year-end offer and all, you'll have like very big coupon offers and all. So in
Mm,
those case, we'll buy like 5 to 6 hard disk at a time,
mm.
so that no, when we definitely need it, we can use it.
Okay,
So it will be like that only.
okay.
So on those times, we have to, we'll be checking out, we'll be providing them with all details and everything.
Mm,
So the other case, we have to support them. If it is less than 3 months, then we have to support them with all these things. Like we'll
mm,
be supporting them with, we'll be providing guidance with this much data, or that will all be mentioned in the work order itself. Like you have to support us. for a period of 3 months or 6 months after
mm,
delivery. So there will be wordings mentioning that also. So that you have to have it in mind also.
mm,
So if it is even a day more than 3 months, some companies will never support.
mm,
They'll openly tell us it is more than our supporting time, so we'll not be able to guide you.
mm,
So those date also you have to make sure you know it, so
mm,
that you will be able to provide them with support. Because if we are providing it more than 3 months, you can charge them extra.
mm.
So you have to make sure you are noting down all dates, everything, just like the paperwork.
Oh,
So after this soft copy, hard copy, whatever you are delivered, there might be feedbacks, and mostly your output delivery will be done only after all feedback correction while raising the bill.
mm,
So without while raising the bill only, you will be submitting them with an actual delivery report or whatever it is. Other than
mm,
that, you will not be providing them with a output handle.
mm,
So this will be the format of whatever delivery report or we are providing anything.
mm.
So if you have any other doubts regarding this format, or this is actually standard for all companies, whereas your template, logos, whatever you are giving, that will change from company to company.
Okay.
That is different. So from
Mm,
company to company, you will have your different logo, different things, whatever it is. That as per your company scope or logo or whatever it is, you will be able to providing them.
mm. So this applies only for very long project or
No, no,
not for a single day
not just
project.
for long project. No, no, even for a very minor project also this applies. This is actually a proper format to give them the output.
Oh,
So any company who's having or who's doing a project is supposed to provide output in this format,
okay.
irrespective of whomever you might be or whatever you might be. Even for very small project, you have to provide them with all these details.
So as a
So that now
profession,
it will be like, yeah, as a
formal data.
professional, you have to provide, yeah, this will be the format, and you are supposed to provide them with all these outputs, whatever might be the project at any cost.
Oh, okay.
And if you are not providing, at the end of the day, it will not be easy for you to climb bills, because some companies you might have some legally obligated issues also. Some
Mm,
companies might get into misuse of data or misuse of building and anything. So only when you are able to have all these documents with you prepared and ready, you will be able to get the quality or get the bill.
mm,
Or else it will be like you will be caught up in a very big problem only, because you will not have any supporting documents to support your statement. So at the end of the day, you might be caught up in very big problems also.
mm.
So there are possibilities for it, because this will be happening at least one time for one person.
Oh,
There might be so much issues with whatever it is happening, however it is happening.
mm,
So it is better you have all these documents prepared and ready and all.
mm,
Yeah. And there are formats to be followed for each and every company. Like this is all the basics what I've given you. The detail inside will be changing based on the company and the scope of work and whatever it is. And some companies will have a default content like data also. Like some company will say whatever they are doing, they'll put it as a copyright in their project report itself.
mm.
Copyright as per 2015, 16, whatever it is.
Okay.
So that is also there. You can have a copyright to your data so that only your client will use it. No other outsourced person can access or get the details from your data.
Mm, mm.
Okay, some companies do that also.
Okay.
So you have to sometimes some client will ask for draft report also for output format. And sometimes your
Mm,
client will have a default output format which you have to provide.
mm, mm.
So in that case, you have to provide two output, which is your company format and their company format, and these output will be signed from both companies. If you are
Okay.
sending an output format, in the last page you have to include a authentication letter. In that you will be
Okay.
signing, and they will be their manager or who's in charge will be signing, and you will be having a copy of it. Only the
Mm,
last page, since you will be having your document and all with you, only the last page you will be taking a copy from them. So
mm,
that in near future, in 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, whatever might be the legal issue or whatever it is, you can show
mm,
them that this is the term we have agreed, and this is the term we have delivered, and this is the approval we have got from them.
mm.
So it is
And
better to have this paperwork and all.
okay, here I have a doubt like this pre-processing RGS
Mhm.
uh, tools and
Yes, yes,
Pix4D tools. So these
yes, yes.
tools all comes after the drone, I mean like aerial photography, or else it was already there.
It will come. No, no, it will come
Like,
only after ortho image. Because if your
uh,
client is not requiring feature restriction of photogrammetry, it is waste of time you providing these details.
no,
Okay, so only when the client is asking for feature extraction photogrammetry or anything, you are supposed to provide them with the software details, ArcGIS, AutoCAD, whatever it is.
no, no, generally I'm asking. So these tools and all comes after the drone technology, or it was there
Yes.
previously itself.
No,
Now
no, no,
we
no.
are.
These,
Mm,
no. As far as timeline you are concerned, these GIS tools were before the drone technology because we had satellites.
mm,
So we were initially designed to work with satellite data only. But when the satellite data is more error and less reliability and all, that is where our drone comes into the play.
okay. So the
So,
company who already in the market who's playing, um, taking these projects, they just
mhm.
insisted the drone technology here. They are
Yeah, yes.
already there. Okay.
Yeah, it is like your satellite data, the maximum accuracy you can get is somewhere around 1 meter, that too on a
Mm,
premium data. Okay,
mm,
whereas when you're going for a city or when you're going for a country mapping, that 1 meter will not be a bigger issue.
mm,
But if you're going for one particular FMB, if it is 1 meter, like
mm,
it will be 3 meters, 6 meters when you're comparing both sides, 6 feet it will be offset.
mm,
Okay, the 6 feet, if you're going into cities like Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Mumbai, 6 square feet is something a very big area because here the
mm.
registration is done based on the square feet.
Okay.
So in that case, this square feet is not permissible because 6 square feet error will be like the in Bangalore they are charging like 5,000 per in for Airtel the registration is like per square feet 1,500 rupees is the cost for selling. This is approximate I'm telling, not the actual field cost. So when I
Mm,
am having an issue of 6 square feet, then somewhere around 6,000, 7,000 rupees will be extra. In
mm,
registration, I have to show that 7,000 rupees. Then for that, I have to purchase stamp duty. So
mm,
all of
mm,
that is covered. And here 6 square feet is something very big where you can have a full portico or a toilet area.
mm,
Okay, so that will be a bigger issue. So that is when these companies started like we'll go for an alternate option. Why to take satellite data and it will take time also. We'll purchase
mm,
a cam. Satellite is nothing but taking images from the top, right? We'll have any
mm,
other option. We'll put a camera in the helicopter or an aeroplane, take it. Then again
mm,
for local use we can't use it for small area. Then again we'll put it into one drone or one toy helicopter. We'll use it. So that is how these drones were started initially. Just
mm.
for our own commercial use. That's all.
Okay.
And there will be like conditions from the client side, which you cannot avoid, like not financial conditions, infrastructure wise, every client will have a condition for you. Like
Mhm.
this will be the total number of employees you may have, this will be the total number of drones you will have, this will be the total number of field team you have. And you have to show them the proof of everything.
Oh, okay.
If it is a government project, you are supposed to show them your salary slip also. What is
Oh,
the last year turnover, what is the salary you are providing, how much you have. So all those things is also liable.
oh.
So it is only based on the client, what and all you are providing them and how they are considering it and how they will be taking it forward. So
Mm,
that's all. So if you have any other doubts other than this, we can discuss it today.
mm.
And Mamta ma'am, if you have any specific doubts regarding this DPR report or output report, you can ask.
No, no, it's okay. Can you see any reports, sample report?
Yeah, I'll share one sample report in the group, ma'am. I have
Okay,
taken out
sure.
one report. I'll share it to the
Okay.
group. Yes, ma'am. And if there is any other doubt, we can discuss or we'll wind up today's class with this itself.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, okay. Then we'll wind up
Okay.
today's class with
So
this
can
itself.
we can we take tomorrow off if you guys so
Yeah, I think so. Christmas is off, right?
yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow
Today
is holiday, so your classes will be off.
Yeah, that you have to ask with Janardhan only. Like,
No problem. You can skip class
because
tomorrow.
he scheduled one calendar today. I have to check with the calendar and I have to ask with him
Yeah,
whether
as per calendar, tomorrow is holiday.
then it will be the same. December 25 is Christmas, and then it will be the same for this year also. So tomorrow it will be off only. I'll confirm with him and update you before lunch.
Sure, sure. And please share any reports,
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
sample report. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
thank you guys. Thank
Yeah,
you.
okay, sir. Thank you.